more higher the biological value, more protein will be efficient. If protein will be more efficient, which means your body will be absorbing very faster rate and it will be most effective protein. Hello everyone, so today I am going to talk about diet and nutrition. So many of you might aware of different type of diet like keto diet, intermittent fasting and many more. And many of you might be following all those type of diet, right? And if you are following, you can let me know in the comment box what type of diet you are following. So many of you might be wondering about the diet which you are following, whether it is giving necessary nutrition for you or not, and what type of nutrition it is providing and what nutrition is lagging in that diet. Now even you might be having thoughts like what is nutrition, what is diet, what is calories, what is fat, protein, carbohydrate, or when to take carbohydrate, when to take protein, when to work out, how your fat will be burned. All those doubts I am going to clear today. So before starting with the main content, let me tell you the difference between diet and nutrition. So diet is something that varies from place to place. It can be a weight loss regimen or it can be a food which any individual eats habitually. For example, South Indians are more of eating rice and North Indians are more of eating chapatis. So when it comes to a diet, it does not include all the necessary nutrients. So what is nutrition? Nutrition is a process of providing all the necessary nutrients in order to get healthy growth. So it's a definite thought you all might got what those nutrients are, right? Don't worry, I will tell you about that soon. So nutrients are the substance which is necessary for proper bodily functions. All the nutrients are vital and have its own specific role in body. So let's see what those nutrients are. So based on our body's requirements, some of them required in a larger quantity, not pizza and burger, just kidding. This includes protein, carbohydrate, fat and water. We call it as a macronutrients, and some of them required in a smaller quantity. We call it as a micronutrients, but it is as important as your macronutrients. For example, vitamins and minerals. So how? We will see one by one. So how protein is important for our body? Let's see. As you know that our body is formed of small cells and those cell structure is formed of protein. It is also a vital part of hormones, blood plasma and body's different transport system. Even it plays a crucial role in body's different function. For example, repair of skin after injury, repair of weak and broken muscle after workout and many other functions. So this is very important part of protein where you will come to know what is protein exactly means and how it has formed and what type of protein you should be taking. So protein is made up of amino acids. So there are two type of amino acid. One is essential and one is non-essential. So essential amino acid must come from the dietary intake and the non-essential amino acid will be formed in your body itself. Amino acids are very crucial for proper CNS function because without amino acid it seems to be wire without current. So basically there are two type of protein. One is complete and one is incomplete protein. So complete protein will be the protein which has all 9 essential amino acids, which I'll be mentioning in the name. You can read that name, or if you want detail about that, you can go to my blog. Link I have given in the description box. And the incomplete protein means it won't be containing all essential amino acids. So to measure the efficiency of any particular protein, you have to take a biological value of that particular form, which means more higher the biological value, more protein will be efficient. If protein will be more efficient, which means your body will be absorbing very faster rate and it will be most effective protein in your body. Egg white is a most efficient protein because it has a biological value 100. Whey protein also you can tell it is most efficient protein because it has almost near to 100 biological value. But if you are a vegetarian, then you can go for kidney beans because it has a 49 biological values. Since all the vegetarian food do not contain the complete protein and all those 9 essential amino acid in one particular food, so that's why this is called as incomplete protein. So to get benefit of complete protein for a vegetarian people, you can combine those incomplete protein and you can get the benefit. But that does not mean that you have to have all those incomplete protein at the same time. You can split throughout the day and you can get the benefit. For example, morning one incomplete protein, afternoon one incomplete protein, and for the dinner one incomplete protein. That way you can utilize. Protein requirement depends on individual and their daily level of activity. So an adult should consume approximately 0.72 to 1 gram of protein per kg body weight on the daily basis. So any person who is working out, especially weight training, they should be consuming approximately 1 to 1.5 gram of protein per kg body weight to repair those broken and weakened muscles. So next is carbohydrate. Carbohydrate will be utilized for the energy for both instant and for the sustained energy. So there are three types of carbohydrate: monosaccharide, disaccharide and polysaccharide. So monosaccharide means simple sugar, and that will give instant energy for the body. In case any person is fainting due to lower glucose level in the body, you can cure by giving the glucose. Second one is disaccharide. Disaccharide means it is table sugar or milk sugar. Third one is polysaccharide, which means it includes more than 3 monosaccharides. For example, the starch, grains or rice, fruit, pasta, all this is also known as a complex carbohydrate. You should always choose complex carbohydrate, since such kind of carbohydrate will take time in digestion and it will give slow and steady energy. One should have fibers also, since it is a type of carbohydrate, and it will decrease your appetite because it is a bulking agent, and it will facilitate the elimination, and even it will prevent the cholesterol absorption in blood. Digestion of carbohydrate will produce glucose, and that glucose either it will be immediately used by the body or else it will be stored in the muscle and liver. So when all this glucose storage will be full, the excessive glucose will be turned into the fat and it will get deposit in the adipose tissues. And believe me, there is no limitation in fat storage capacity of our body. We will move towards fat. Fat is something that it is also important in the formation of cell, as I have told before that about protein. Body fat also responsible for insulating our body in front of cold weather and many other numerous functions, as I have told in my earlier video. Fats is the only source of linoleic acid which is required for healthy skin growth and for skin maintenance. Minimum body fat for men it will be 7% and for female it will be 12%. Why? Because for female it will be helpful at the time of conceiving and at the time of childbirth contraction. Fat is also used in absorption of some of the important vitamins. So in short, fat is very essential for survival. So there are three types of fat: monosaturated, polysaturated and saturated. So out of that, you should be having monosaturated and polysaturated fat, since it is also known as a good fat, and the food which is containing good fat, that is nuts, avocado, olive oil and peanut butter and many other more foods. Monosaturated and polysaturated fat will decrease the level of low density lipoprotein, which is bad for your body, and it will increase the level of high density lipoprotein, which is good for your body. So when you are having more low density lipoprotein, which means you are at a higher risk of getting heart attack and many other heart related diseases. Next important macronutrients is water. You might surprised to hear that in a condition of insufficient water in body can reduce up to 30% of body's energy. How insufficient water will reduce the amount of energy? By decreasing the blood volume can lead to a decrease in oxygen supply to all system, and that can lead to a decrease in energy level. About 50 to 70% of body weight is water. So some of your body's demand you can fulfill by consuming water, but other than that you can also go for the fruits and veggies which is containing so much of water in itself. For example, watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber and many other fruits and vegetables. So the micronutrients are like vitamin A, D, E, vitamin B12, B6 and the minerals like zinc, copper, phosphorus, sodium, calcium. All this I am going to talk in a detail in a next video. So if you want more information, you can go and check my blog. I have written all the detailed information regarding same. So if you are having any doubt related to diet and nutrition, you can ask me in the comment box. For more such videos, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.